I'm very pleased with the fact that our detectives were able to quickly put this together. It would not have come together without the help of Flagler County Sheriff's Office.
A notorious thief is nabbed by local law enforcement. Daryl Moody has our top story.
Bunnell Police Chief David Brandon discussing the recent arrest of 34-year-old Patrick Abel, accused of stealing a trailer from a business on Steel Rail Drive.
He basically, after telling us several lies, finally admitted to stealing the trailer after confronted with the video surveillance evidence, and gave us the information about where he sold the trailer down in Okeechobee, Florida, to an unsuspecting buyer.
Chief Brandon says Abel has a criminal record stretching nearly a decade.
When we looked at his background, he's got multiple prior convictions for grand theft, burglary, cocaine possession, and has actually served a bit of time in Florida prisons for all those violations.
Investigators suspect Abel may have more victims in the area. If you know anything, contact Bunnell Police. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Daryl Moody.
Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Friday, January 5th.
I signed the paperwork to run for Flagler County Tax Collector. And so here I am today.
The operations manager for the Flagler County Tax Collector Office has desire to become the Flagler County Tax Collector.
Shelley Edmondson has 15 years of experience in county government and is eager to see the baton pass from her predecessor, Suzanne Johnston, retiring from 54 years in county government. Edmondson says Suzanne's accomplishments should continue.
I'm looking forward to providing the same great level of service to our residents as they're accustomed to. Obviously, with the use of technology, I would use those, but really, customer service is number one, and our residents in Flagler County deserve that. During COVID, Ms. Johnston kept our offices open. All the other offices around the state were closed, and people were driving here from Miami, and they had never experienced the level of service that we provided.
Edmondson also says Johnston always wants a citizen to be connected to a live person when they need the help the most with their money.
Government is not always easy to navigate, and so our office prides ourselves in helping our residents navigate those difficult transactions. We know how to do it, so we're here to help you.
Edmondson adds she's on track to collect $40,000 in campaign contributions in the first quarter. The election for Flagler County Tax Collector is November 5th, 2024.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. As we get ready for the weekend, let's take a look at last weekend's crime report.
Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley says it was a busy weekend for our deputies, keeping the community safe.
Over the holiday weekend, deputies handled over 800 calls for service, conducted over 150 traffic stops, and made 22 arrests.
Highlights included a traffic stop that led to a weapons possession and narcotics arrest, and unfortunately more than a half dozen drunk drivers.
8 of those were drivers that were drunk, arrested by either sheriff's deputies, Flagler Beach Police, or the Florida Highway Patrol. Obviously, they didn't heed the warning that if they drove drunk, they would see new bars. They got to see the bars at the Green Roof Inn.
Sheriff Staley says it's sad some people had to start off 2024 on the wrong foot. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Is growth a bad thing?
Realtor Toby Tobin said that growth is going to happen, whether it's a city, a government, or anything else. Things will grow.
Florida is attracting new residents, and that's been the story of Florida for its entire civilized history.
Tobin said that 2 more things that'll grow are taxes and government.
Government budgets tend to grow at a rate larger than the rate of inflation, CPI index, because people, voters, want more.
Tobin said that as people want more, taxes will go up to pay for what people want. So as growth happens, he said that taxes would go up. You can listen to Real Estate Matters with host Toby Tobin here on WNZF, Saturday mornings at 11, anytime on the Flagler radio app. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
The weekend is here and there's plenty of family fun to be had in Flagler County. This is Stacy with Fun for Augie Kids.
Tomorrow, join volunteer Jim Gleason at Washington Oaks Garden State Park for the Coquina Rock Beach Walk. Walk along the beach discussing its continuous evolution and how that evolution is impacted by today's world. Color Me Crazy for Christ 5K race is on Sunday. All registered participants will receive a white t-shirt to wear during the race and have the option of running through 4 different color stations before returning to the finish line for refreshments. All proceeds after cost will go directly to Trinity Presbyterian youth groups. For more on these events and others, please visit us on our website at fun4augiekids.com. Have a great weekend.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.
And now, Mike Licio with your WNZF local sports update.
Basketball made its 2024 return to Flagler County, starting with an FPC doubleheader Tuesday night against Altamont Christian at the Anderson Gym. The Lady Bulldogs picked up their 3rd win of the season, defeating the 10-2 Eagles 51-50. They are in St. Cloud tonight to take on Harmony. The boys won their 6th of the year, 64-60. Last night it was Matanzas' turn. The ladies took on St. Joseph's Academy in the early game. Outmanned with only 7 players, the Pirates closed the gap to 2 points thanks to a 17-5 run to close the 3rd quarter. In the end, the Pirates were outlasted by the Flashes. Despite the loss, Coach Travis Boone was encouraged.
I am absolutely proud of them. For 3 quarters, we played the best basketball I've seen Matanzas Girls High School play.
The boys were up next as Cape Coral made the trip from Southwest Florida. Jefferson for 3, and he knocks it down. Rock Jefferson had back-to-back threes, but the Pirates trailed 17-8 after 1. In the 2nd quarter, Tariq Shakir got going.
Shakir all the way, the layup is good, and the foul is called.
The Pirates cut the deficit to 5 at the half. In the 3rd, the Pirates turned up the intensity at both ends. Hits by Jefferson, going the other way, off the glass to Robinson. Coach Henry Robinson on his backcourt defense.
I was really impressed with how Tariq and Rasir played defense in that second half. They picked up the guards, they caused some turnovers.
The Pirates took an 8-point lead into the 4th.
Jefferson brings it up, takes the screen from Robinson, down the lane, the floater is good, and you got a foul right away.
That was the Pirates' only field goal of the 4th quarter, and it came with under a minute left. The Seahawks closed out a 56-51 win. Robinson says his team is still learning to finish games.
Being consistent and closing out games. We closed out against Fletcher. We didn't close out against Collapse. We closed out against St. Augustine, so it's like we up and down with it.
Tomorrow, Rich and I will be back at the Ship at 7:30 when the Pirates play Ridgeview. That game will be live on the Flagler Radio YouTube channel and the WNZF Facebook page. Soccer, the FPC boys picked up their 10th win of the season, 6-0 at Mainland last night. They host Duval Charter tomorrow at 1. Tonight at Sal Campanella, it's senior night for the Bulldog girls. They host Taylor. Tomorrow morning, the Bulldogs cheer team hosts their only home competition of the season. We're your home for local sports with updates Mondays and Fridays. From the Sports Desk, I'm Mike Licio.